where Aki's like, yeah, I'm gonna blow you fucking sky high with this buster, and the kid's like, oh my fucking god, please.
No. And he's kind of vibrating because he can't move.
Right? Like,
He
it's
kind of pouts and then puts his arm down, then he puts it back up, and he's like, "Don't do it."
it's hard to describe, but it's a really fucking good visual gag.
Like when you have an opportunity to go nonverbal, you kind of have to take it.
Right.
It does work out. I fucking love the banter Drillman occasionally had, in the good episodes.
Yeah. And also the robot malfunctioning quirks also did lend themselves some good comedy too. Like we brought up Fireman. Every now I loved his because anger issues. So every now and then he like randomly just do a yoga pose and he's like, remember what your therapist told you, go to your happy place. Like,
yeah, that was only in 2 episodes, but it was kind of a recurring thing, and then he just kind of gave it up because that therapist is useless.
Right, yeah.
So he was actually overcoming his own glitch or what have you.
Yeah.
Hey, Aki, have you considered... No, okay.
But so who do you want to do next?
Oh, let's go down the list. We already went over Suna. We went over Dr. Lights.
Yeah.
Rush is Rush. Mega Mini exists.
Yeah, he's basically there to just... He's basically the Jiminy of the show, but, like, he never gets listened to, practically.
He's not really a conscience guy. He's just kind of there for the occasional wisecrack, and admittedly, sometimes he's funny.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he was responsible for, like, the one gay joke the show had. That was pretty great.
Well, you gonna ask him on a date? The thing is, whenever you got a funny wisecrack, I'm just sitting there and going, like, fucking Al from Quantum Leap, is that you? And I shouldn't be doing that in a kid's show.
Right.
Like, Al was kind of raunchy, man. Also, he has an on and off relationship with your favorite fucking character.
Which comes out of nowhere, mind you. Like, I do not ship it.
Like, they do a thing in the first episode, then they don't for the next 3 appearances, then all of a sudden it's back, and it's like, why?
Right.
Like, wasn't he just expressing hatred for her? What? Huh?
Yeah. So, I guess Robot Master time until we get to the 2 big bads.
Yeah, okay.
So, Fireman, Hothead, that's fine. Iceman, Super Literal, whatever.
That made no sense.
Frickin',
Well, are we doing character arcs too?
yeah.
Well, okay, let's start with Fireman. Because he's actually one of the few in the cast that gets one.
Right.
And it ultimately ends up mattering not at all.
Yeah.
He's the recurring joke, like, butt monkey of the show. He's a joke. He loses pretty much every time. He never really succeeds. Then late in the show, there's an episode where he's dicking around in a volcano, and he's like, "Oh, these new upgrades are incredible. They'll destroy everything." And the Mega Man ends up fighting him, and he nearly causes the volcano to erupt. So they end up having to work together. And Mega Man's like, I still can't believe this. No, you chose to do a good thing. And no, he didn't stop the volcano to help you or save the town. He did it so he wouldn't die.
Yeah, literally the only reason, self-preservation.
But whatever. Then later, in his last appearance, he's fighting Protobass, who we've alluded to earlier. And Mega Man helps him kick his ass. And he's about to murder the guy. And he was probably right to do this, and Mega Man stops him because, no, you're not that kind of guy. I hate life. And he basically gets killed for it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, maybe Fireman was softening, or maybe he was tired of getting treated like shit by everybody or something. I don't know. He never shows up again. I assume he's dead.
Yeah.
He wasn't at Light's laboratory, which is where he'd be getting patched up, right? So, no, that lightning straight